Radio Ichengelo, restoring everything in Christ with love and truth. Good afternoon. With the main news, I'm Kitriona Chisompola Piring. Kindly be informed that we are live on the Radio Ichengelo Facebook page. The headlines: Do not pollute water bodies. Splitting of KCM received with the mixed feelings. Plans to continue organizing exhibition matches starting from junior teams. And now the main news in detail. Mining firms are being cautioned against polluting water bodies. Minister of Water Development, Sanitation and Environmental Protection, Jonas Chanda, is also challenging water utilities to work with the mining firms in ensuring that water bodies are safeguarded from pollution. Speaking before touring Mulonga Water and Sanitation Company Limited facilities in Chingola this morning, Dr. Chanda regretted that pollution of water bodies has led to the provision of unsafe water to consumers.
Exactly what the SDG say, and we need to provide this office
And Mulonga Water Managing Director Ruben Kaira revealed that over 150,000 people will benefit from the ongoing rehabilitation of water and the sewage works are being conducted in Chingola, Chilawombwe, and Mufulira districts.
We are also looking at extending our plant where we will 20 million liters a day of water capacity demanded the facilities here in Chihuahua. Then we're also looking at the rehabilitation of wastewater that compose both returns. Very soon they'll be mobilizing to start the waste.
Former Mufulira District Commissioner Hilda Kawesha has died. Ms. Kawesha died in the early hours of today. Third-born son to the late Ms. Kawesha, Sechelanji Sinkala, who confirmed the development to Radio Ichengelo News by phone, described the late mother as a pillar in the family. He said Ms. Kawesha, who died around 02 hours this morning in Kitwe Teaching Hospital, has died when family members and the people she served least expected.
The major group to the family, the major loss, and the government then when we get into the expected market, we are just looking at good or comfort for guidance because my mother was a village one. She has no favorite music over but she died around 32 there at people is not bishop.
The splitting of KCM into two companies has been supported by National Union of Miners and Allied Workers NUMAO. According to Konkola Copper Mine, Provisional Liquidator Milingo Lungu, there will be KCM Smelter Company Limited and Konkola Mineral Resources Limited. And commenting on the development, NUMAO National Treasurer Saul Simujika said miners are happy with the development of having two units at KCM. Mr. Simujika said the move would also be beneficial to the miners' welfare as they will run independently. He spoke to Radio Ichengelo News today.
The two companies will run independently. Shareholders will be unknown to us for these two entities. So we feel that the management of these two entities will be done better in smaller units than the way KCM was stretching from Nampunde to Konkora and Chilawombo. And the Konkora and Changa are very, very big. So we feel that
But former president of the Association of Mine Suppliers and Contractors, Walia Mufonka, has opposed the splitting of KCM into two companies. Mr. Mufonka said Zambians need to be told the truth with the happenings at the mining firm and where the money the company makes goes to. He also wondered which of the two units will pay the money KCM owes Copperbelt Energy Corporation, CEC. Mr. Mufonka spoke to Radio Changla News in a separate interview.
What the regulator is saying doesn't make sense. KCM is much. What are the implications? They are the true owners of KCM. Again, KCM is
According to Konkola Copper Mine Provisional Liquidator Melingo Lungu, there will be KCM Smelter Company Limited and Konkola Mineral Resources Limited. He said the restructuring process will take effect 1st February 2021 with two separate management structures and employee arrangement. Mr. Lungu said employees will be offered new contracts under the new companies. Motorists in Luanshya have expressed mixed feelings over the patching up of some selected roads. Some motorists have expressed happiness with the development, saying it would increase the lifespan of their vehicles, while others said that they expected an overhaul to be done on the roads as they are extensively damaged.
I think that's the workmanship. They're looking at the quality of the machinery being used and all. I'm not seeing this road lasting for a long time. What I was hoping was maybe just removing everything, then restarting oil fresh, continue to help, and like the what has been done so far. But we wait to see.
but since Charlie Pocono,
And Luanshya Central Member of Parliament, Steve Chungu, said the patching up of roads is being funded by some cooperating partners who have come on board. He said 90% of the work has so far been done. The lawmaker said that he was aware about people's concerns over the bad state of roads in Luanshya. Mr. Chungu said this in an interview with Radio Changla News in Luanshya. In sport, FAR's President Andrew Kamanga has held the friendly match between Chipolopolo and the soccer fan select side that was played at Nkoloma Stadium in Lusaka yesterday. The Wet'sunyerenda select side held the national team to a 1-1 draw as Zambia continued preparing for next month's African Nations Championship CHAN. Kamanga said fans will continue organizing exhibition matches starting from junior teams to the senior Chipolopolo squad. And Kamanga has told the journalists in Lusaka that FAS does not have plans to include Coach Wet'sunyerenda on the Chipolopolo technical bench.
We are going to have the development teams within the provinces. all the 10 provinces, we want to make sure that we have a provincial team, whether it's at under 15, under 17, even at under 20 level, so that when it comes to national team selection, we cast the net wider and allow as many Zambian players to be given an opportunity to be considered for selection.
This news broadcast comes to you in the community service of Radio Changelo with compliments of Mos Milling and Zambia Catholic University. And now international news is monitored from the BBC. US President-elect Joe Biden has accused the US Defense Department of irresponsibility for failing to give his team the information it needs for the transition of power. He said his team had encountered obstruction from the political leadership. Mr. Biden also claimed that agencies critical to US security have suffered enormous damage under Donald Trump. And finally, President Cyril Ramaphosa has announced a new tougher coronavirus restrictions a day after South Africa recorded more than 1 million COVID-19 cases. Recently, authorities confirmed a new, faster spreading variant of the virus had been detected in South Africa. Mr. Ramaphosa said the country was at an extremely dangerous point in the pandemic and action had to be taken. Some hospitals and medical centers have reported a huge rise in admissions, putting a heavy strain on resources. We now end the main news by looking at the headlines again. Do not pollute water bodies. Splitting of KCM received with mixed feelings. Plans to continue organizing exhibition matches starting from junior teams. For these and more stories, you can visit our Facebook page. Log on to Facebook and like the Radio Changelo page and link to radiochangelo.radio12345.com. You can still listen to the rebroadcast of the news on our YouTube channel. Also listen to us on Radio Garden. Remember to play your part in the fight against the coronavirus pandemic by adhering to the safety guidelines as outlined by the Ministry of Health and the World Health Organization. Wear a mask when in public, avoid large groups and maintain social distance. Avoid unnecessary movements. Wash your hands frequently for at least 20 seconds. And so here we end the main news. Good afternoon.